Page, this is number 38 from the Part 1 review. Number 38. Okay, so we have this data. This is percent of sales, profits as percent of sales. Percent of sales for 29 Forbes 500 companies. Okay, and it's they give us a split split stem and leaf plot. We find the 5-number summary. So you can put this in the calculator, or you can just write it. Do it from the thing here, from the stem and leaf plot itself. There's 29, so the number 15th in the middle will be the median. So we can count down 25, 22, 13, 11, 11, 10, 10. So that's, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the median is is 4. Because that's right in the middle. Now Q1 will be the 7th, because I'll take 15 and divide that in 2, so I'll include the median. So I'll do 7. So it's -9, -9, -4, -3, -2, -1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So Q1 is 1%. This is 4%. Q1 is 1%. And then Q3 will be 7th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so Q3 is 10%. The min is -9%. The max is 25%. IQR equals Q3 minus Q1, 9%. So that's 10 minus 1, that's 9. Let's make the outlier fences. 1.5 times the IQR equals 13.5. 9 times 1.5. So that's 9 plus. Okay, so the right-hand fence equals Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR, which equals 10 plus 13.5, which is 23.5. So we have an outlier. The maximum, the 25% of sales is an outlier. And the left-hand fence equals Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR, which is going to equal 1 minus 13.5, which would equal negative 12.5%. So we have no outliers. -9 is the smallest, is the min, so we have no left-hand outliers. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. Draw the line here. And so here's -10. And let's call this negative. Let's do it in 4s. 6, 2, +2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, 28. Okay, so -2, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. All right. So the min, let's put in, here's -6, so here's -9 right here. And then 1, what did we say? 1 was Q1. So here's 1. And the median we said was 4. So here's 4. And Q3 what is 10 right here. Now 22 is the biggest data element that's inside the outlier fences, because the right hand fence is 23.5. So here's our box. And here's the whiskers. And then here's 25 as an outlier. And then we can label these. So this is profits percent of sales. This is this percent is all these along here are percents. This is 25. This is 22, 10, 4, 1, and -9. Okay, so there's our there's the box plot. That was B. Okay, we have the 5-number summary. There's A. So here's our 5-number summary. Up here was A. Box plot is B. Okay. Now find the mean and standard deviation. I'm just going to use the calculator for that. You could use the calculator for this whole thing. Just put the numbers in, and I mean, you know how to do that. Just put them into L1. Okay, put the numbers into L1. I already got them there. And then let's get out of at second and then mode and get out of here. I'm going to clear this. So do stat and calc, one variable stats, and just hit enter. The default is L1. And you can see the mean and the standard deviation. X bar is the mean. We'll call it, you can put X bar down. X bar is fine. The book calls it Y bar. So X bar is 4.72. And the standard deviation, that's S sub X, what we use. We don't use sigma sub X. You know, we talk about sigma. This is for a sample. This is, let's call it 7.55. Okay. Now, if we wanted to make if we just arrow down, we'd have a 5-number summary. The Q3 is 9.5. We've calculated as 9. It's no big deal. It's just the calculator uses a slightly different algorithm. Turn on plot 1, hit enter to turn it on. Arrow down to this is the box and whisker plot that shows outliers. You see the little dots on it, hit enter. Defaults to L1, zoom 9. And there's the box plot with the 1 whisker. And then you can hit trace and go through all the numbers. So there's a negative, you see there's a minimum -9, Q1, 4, 9.5, 22. So you can have the calculator do everything for you, that's fine. Then just copy the picture onto your paper, label it and everything. You can get the numbers right off of the trace function. You can trace back and look at the numbers this way. Look at the bottom, you can see everything. Okay? Alright, so that's that. We got the mean and standard deviation. Describe the distribution. Okay, now remember, you're describing the distribution. You have the 4 C's. Clear, concise, complete, and context. Okay, context means the 5 W's. Complete means shape, center, and spread. Concise means just put down the information you've got, back it up with the numbers, and clear means be specific about what you're saying. You know what these things mean. All right, so we start out a little bit of a contextual statement, namely the distribution of profits for these 29 corporations of profit percents of sales is symmetric, unimodal, but has a gap between 13% and 22%, and an outlier at 25%. You could also say it was slightly skewed. If you said it was slightly skewed because of the gap and the outlier, that would be all right. Okay. Still, the mean and the standard deviation, the mean and the median are pretty close to each other. If we look at the mean and the median is 4%, the mean is 4.7. They're not even different by a whole number. So that's more of an indication that it's somewhat symmetric. But either way, somewhat symmetric or somewhat skewed are two areas that overlap. I would accept either one. Okay, now let's continue. So that's the shape. The median. The median is at, what did we say the median was? 4%. Part of the context, sorry, my writing's so lousy, at least you can hear what I'm saying, is including units. So I'm going to just make a note here. You don't put this. Units. Don't forget to include units. Okay, that's part of your answer. Okay, the median is 4%, and the standard deviation is what? Can I go back up? No, it won't let me go back up. I wrote it here. Oh, it's 4.72%. Never 4.72. 4.72 is a number, okay? All right. The spread, the range is what? 25 is 34% from -9% to 25%. The IQR is 9%, from 1% to 10%. So 50% of the companies are have between 1% and 10% sales as at profits as a percent of sales. So you got to keep it going back. And 10% profits as a percent of sales. Okay, that's the 5 C's, 4 C's I should say, and that's the end of that problem.